Welcome back to Denizens of the Omniverse for episode 2 of season 1 of the Vampire Lestat. Our premiere episode was absolutely batshit insane. From the editing, from the storytelling, the structure, all of it was kind of eclectic, and it set itself apart tonally, thematically, aesthetically, so far apart from Interview with the Vampire that it was so much fun. I have no idea what to expect with this, though. Not even a clue, other than we're going to be getting a lot more behind the curtain, behind the scenes with Lestat. And I'm hoping we dig a little bit deeper into a lot more of his origins, like pre-Louis, pre the story and all that. But, you know, we got a special appearance at the end of last episode that raises a lot more questions, too. So let's get ready to see if we get some answers. Guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get up to 4 weeks early access, depending on what tier you sign up for. You get to watch it without all the edits. We got to do the stuff up on YouTube. You can submit your own comments, questions, and fun facts for me to read. And in these episodes, it's a great way to support the channel and help us do things you do here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it and enjoy this reaction. So please leave a like. Drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And then I'll send another way. Let's get ready to hop into episode 2, Toledo. I guess all of these are going to be named after maybe locales in which his band is performing. Here we go.
You are listening to The Failures, Album 8, Side A.
If you're still listening after the epiphany of the last hour, I've been fondling my thoughts since the last album.
Is that what we're calling now? Fondling our thoughts.
And how I became me in the light of said epiphany.
Wait, epiphany.
That ocean is my mother's vagina.
Oh.
Aftercare, onward. Picture Verne.
Okay.
Picture my 5 dead siblings.
Oh, God.
Garden gnomes guarding the undulating domestic bliss.
Rude.
This is an ability to envision the unseen, the holy. He would be well suited to the monastic house at Haute-Loire.
And what will you get for this?
Oh, just like he said before that he was considering being a monk.
Answer your brother, Lestat.
No, he doesn't know.
Oh my God.
Gli altro ne hanno vinti, tu non hai vinto proprio. What is the course of studies at Haute-Loire?
Aristotle, Erasmus.
I asked the question.
Aristotle, Erasmus, Aquinas.
All that which he mentioned before.
Bruno.
Okay, then.
Buys them a sum of wine beyond obligation.
Love how he always sits at that end of the table because she's the only one that has his ear.
Escape was not an option for Gabriella Vecchi.
So it is his actual mother. The epiphany of it all.
Service.
She sacrificed her youth, squandered her intellect, and paid a midwife to nick her in the womb so he couldn't humiliate her anymore.
And back then, do what you gotta do, I guess.
Better a gong farmer than an actor.
Better an actor than a cabbage. Cabbage. Cabbage.
He was our little joke, the cabbages.
Question for the philosophers. Can a cabbage suffer? It's dampness and dimness and your pockmarked the wife and Gregoire jamming his cock into servant girls like he's saucing pork.
What the fuck?
Say cabbage one more goddamn time.
Cabbage!
Cabbage, break his leg!
Oh!
You will marry your work and have children who will shame you the way you have shamed
Good
me.
God! Get him! And she's just going right back to her book.
Now the wolves, they are taking our sheep. A puddle of guts where sheep used to be. They will snatch a babe soon.
Oh, God.
Magnificent. The wolves are causing trouble, brother.
Oh my God, that side of the table is just disgusting.
Put the gun down, Lestat.
She's with child.
Hey! Put the gun down, Lestat. The wolves will move on.
My God, this family, Jesus.
There's nothing more we can do here.
But be men!
She meant to kill me with the challenge. Better a quick end than watch me surrender another decade. Watch me join the cabbages.
Yeah. Oh, is this when he went to fight the wolves themselves?
And what was this life?
Be anything but the fucking dauntless, gutless pigs of the rest of his fucking family turned into.
Flush him out.
I don't know that that was a good maneuver. Yeah, I don't know what you expected. Whoa! God, that was so jumpy. That got me. Oh. But that's where he got that scar from. The one that was absent from all of Louis' stories.
You killed 5 wolves by yourself.
8.
If you're going to tell the story, get it right.
They're about my horse. My dog. 8.
Do the wolves look worse?
I mean, they're dead, I presume, right? So, I'd hope so.
There's a mob came yesterday, again tonight. They wish to worship you. Your father and your brothers bent with shame.
As they should. There's no shame that they even have, man.
I'm drinking wine. I go into the village.
God. I can't even imagine how much that would have fucking hurt.
Crude men taking them one after another and feeling some magnificent release in it. No thought of your father or your brother. In that moment, I belong to no one.
She wants to be free.
I won't survive the winter.
Oh! Wow. Talk about your Oedipus complexes, Jesus. God, that fucking household to grow up in. A lot of this makes sense. Well, okay.
Oh, and the drug mule contributes a complete
Social media
sentence.
coordinator.
Oh, check your contract. It says
What?
what the Killjoy second guitarist may or may not have witnessed was one vampire, but he signed a unilateral, which is a one-way street that I control. Suitcase bomb.
Are we legal fooing right now? This fucking like bullshit that they just witnessed? Well, they're all alive. I'm assuming this is after he flew out the window the previous night, and everybody's just coming to terms with him being a real fucking vampire. And the lawyer is trying to just buckle this shit down.
Do you have the fire gift?
Oh no.
Sophia.
Sophia.
Forgotten my name already?
Hello. Sophia.
Saved by Mama again.
Are we not going to talk about like the year and a half of weird bullshit that you've been
On
putting
top
us
of
through for
the
the
fact
past
that
like
you
year and a
can
half?
fly.
When was the last time you talked to our mom?
I could have hung it up there too, I guess.
Oh God.
She had come a great distance to comfort me, and you are being very patient regarding the vampire incest factor.
I'm really not. I would like to kind of like unpack that. Actually, maybe I don't. I like how he's like, oh, by the way, yeah, we brought up that, you know, I kind of fucked my mom, but I'm glad you guys are patient and just kind of hear me out. So, I know it's just a little thing like that, just like, sprinkle that into the mix. What the hell, dude? This show is something fucking else. Like, Lestat, I knew it would be a vibe. It would be something just out of fucking pocket following Lestat. This is not at all the direction or feel or tone I thought this was going to take, let alone where we're at right now.
Do you kill people?
I drain people.
What is the difference?
I don't have to kill when I drain. I do it on stage every night.
The small cup.
How many people do you kill a night?
This is what I have Farid for. You tell them.
He gets most of his blood from the farm.
Most? The farm?
Most is, yeah, I mean.
So you're a vampire too?
3 of us, 9 of you. Out and
Wait,
proud.
3? Oh, wait.
3?
Hi, name's Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm a tourist on the cusp of Aries.
Yeah, I've never put it together.
Have you tried RH? No, only 45 people on the planet possess it. Only 9 active donors.
What? I've never even heard of that.
Tell me all about it, babe.
This isn't a goddamn joke.
Oh my god.
Willful ignorance.
Oh, come on. Have you ever seen me in the light of day?
Armand is a dead
Did you help me hose off my Mustang?
The one dude, I can't remember his name. He's read it. He's like, Armand can do that. What about the other thing? He's got like all the answers. The fire gift. Like, this dude is now he's like, he's us. He's like the lore. He's the lore master. I think he's the only one out of them that has read the book at this point. And has he read it prior, or did he read it in research of who he was working with, or did he just read it tonight after all of that? Speed read, caught up on all of that bullshit.
So there was a deer.
As DEAR as any KFC night manager has a right to be.
Okay.
In fact, you've all been protected numerous times without being made aware of it. Confessional nature of the songs, performing for mortals, the insights into vampiric desires, it's all sacrilegious to vampires.
He's making them walking targets. Ha! Just keep drawing the Akasha name too.
And that is what we are all scared
I want to stay in bed.
Yeah, that's Louis. It's Louis. Yeah.
I lived 54,554 days before I met Louis de Pointe-du-Lac.
He's taking that very, very, very much to heart. Yeah, try him. Yeah, it's true.
F this. F you. We quit. Come on.
He would be the only one. Actually, no, he's the guy.
But, being a vampire, I can tell you what they're thinking. 1,500 when we started, 20,000 followers now.
Yeah.
My soul is on purpose. And he is glad that I killed him, except I didn't kill him. I merely fired him, Larry.
Oh. They just think he killed everybody.
Store Darlings, Bukkake Ice Helmet, and 4 others that are not as good, but just as successful. If I don't hit it now...
What?
I'm gonna marry the bum and have a baby.
Oh. Ooh.
You are the best pure musician we have, other than me.
Oh, whoa, that's gotta be spooky.
Process it, as they say. But think thrice before running to the police or sharing in one of your anonymous groups. Not if you value your life or your brothers.
Oh.
You were listening to The Failures.
God, this is so fucking insane, dude.
Now, my mother, Gabriela Vecchi, rest her soul, was a complicated hang. But my fledgling, the Vampiress Gabriela, was anything but.
Oh. When he was talking about fledgling, he turned her. Duh. I don't know why. When it was rattling off the things at the end of last episode, I thought he was talking about his relationship to her, like mother. But when he was saying fledgling, I thought that was referring to him, even though everything he was saying was out at her. Okay, duh. That makes so much more sense. But I guess because of the mother figure, take it literally last time, I was like, how does that compute with what we know about Magnus? Unless maybe he compelled Magnus to turn her, but that doesn't make any sense. So it would have all been the Magnus thing. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure it all out. We'll learn it, but he got the gift and then he shared it with her to save her life, I presume then, which means his timetable to become a vampire was set not by him, not by Magnus or any of that. So how much of what we know about that story is even true? I'm curious about.
Why were you in Chicago?
My maker called for his mama, and I came.
I want you to stay.
A pact then.
Companionship without the calm.
We need a new lie. Weave a basket and fill it with bullshit.
This is so fucking weird.
I saw you 2 times last century. It's not an unreasonable question.
2 times in a century. Kind of wild.
Long enough to see you sing? For you to show me Munchie? Will me.
Damn clankers.
Excuse me.
A group of building glass salesmen were closing a sale of a substantial amount of glass sold to a company in yet-to-be-tariffed Germany.
Yet to be tariffed.
Heads are down in Toledo, which makes it a fine city to travel via the cloud gift, which was Gabriella's preferred mode of murder transport.
It's because everybody's heads are always down.
And only sometime later would I understand we were being watched as well. By those who were always there, a curious tangle of hunters and hunted.
Talamasca?
I'm with Sophia.
I don't want to know. You have to do a sit down with Thomas Pitt and lawyer tomorrow.
That's your job, lover.
I'm doing my job, motherfucker. His lawyer says he's a fan and would appreciate an exclusive fan experience.
Do I have to fuck him?
Yes.
What the fuck? Oh! What the fuck?
Being with Gabriella is like...
God, so much so it shut up his inner monologue. Oh my God.
We couldn't help ourselves. We rode the edges of our pact.
I'm not even sure what they even mean by this pact thing. I thought it was that they would not lean into the truth of their relationship or something.
For a hotel hallway massacre.
Comparable damages to comparable spaces. I'd like to add a line for cascading glass. The parking structure below had a fleet of vehicles lacerated.
Oh, that's the glass.
Anyone who won't take a couple thousand in an envelope, you guys do the mind wipey thing, so you can take that line item and hold it over your vampire bidet.
Your client's the one who called this meeting.
Trash my hotel.
I didn't know it was your
Detroit
techie
Coven
hotel.
trashed your hotel.
Heard the song.
Oh my God.
It feels like a cry for help, so I flew in.
But did he know that was his hotel? I mean, it's like he planned to get jumped there, that he planned to cause the chaos, cause a mess with that gang in there that attacked him. But yeah, some of the other stuff, and now him putting together the songs and all this shit, that, this, and the other. It is kind of all this got whole other levels of awkward right now.
Take it up with Malloy, who wrote it, or the Talamasca, who
And why
published
are you employing Sam Barkley after Paris?
Bottom line, Louis, all sins negotiated.
Sam didn't get on a boat.
Oh my God.
Sam didn't memorize it.
He got directed play.
Oh my God. Ah! The back and forth, man. All of the slights, the pettiness, it's so funny. He's like, when you got to the boat, you came into this thing, we rehearsed my thing, talk about the things we saw, and he's like, with this and that, and he's like, yeah, but you talked about this and this and that.
We are Armand.
Santiago, I could understand. At least he had a presence, but...
I'm happy.
Did you take turns driving across the Golden Gate Bridge? Who held the wheel harder?
Writing numbers on each other's backs and pretending to guess them wrong.
I bet. I bet!
Come on.
Very specific detail to pluck out of thin air!
Wat is er voet?
Oh my God.
Are you two fucking?
Yes.
Companion enough for yourself. Are you two fucking?
Yes. He's a great lay and emotionally unavailable. You doing her?
Yes. Surprising, and can perform what most metropolitan training systems could only dream of.
What?
I do like your merchandise, though. Healthy margins considering the size of your tour.
That's why I own 40% of it.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Of my merch.
45%.
45? My bad.
I'll look into it.
So he's making money while he's making money. Louis has always been a businessman from day one, and he's invested in all this little thing. Did he say like he's like invested in like these small adventures like nobody would really kind of bat an eye at to see where they would go? And it's how he's made his fortune over these years, and now Lestat is one of those things. What the fuck is this? These fucking they're all so terrible. How is this making Lestat look sensible? Oh my God. What? I mean, as sensible as he can be, I guess. Aside recent revelations, of course. But my God, the pettiness back and forth of all of that. It was like, are you fucking him? Yeah. Well, are you fucking her? Of course. She drains me better than any draining system in the country.
Who is this guy? He is the story. Mr. Dulac, what brings you to Toledo?
I'm still pissed.
Want to brawl it out in the alley after the show?
All right.
What has this turned into, dude? What the fuck? But Daniel, he's good at like getting into the root of things. He's gonna dig up who that is real fast, I'm sure. Is this actually happening, or nobody's paying attention to him? Is this happening, or metaphorically happening? Oh, maybe he entranced everybody else to keep looking at the stage.
But I got distracted.
Oh, it's his copy with all of his notes and messages and rebuttals and edits.
Talking around the small betrayal that kept them apart. And I know what you're thinking. He wasn't there. But this is my hour. And when tertiary figures appear in it, I will be speaking for them. Anyone I feel is important towards understanding how I woke the queen and unleashed her wrath upon the world.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
And rest assured, it comes with less whining than their attempt. Did it happen in a bar with a view? I say it did.
Is that what Queen of the Damned is about?
I have this weird thing that happens where suddenly everyone around me disappears, like the raptures come, and
What the fuck?
I feel him.
Oh.
That happened with you and Lestat?
No.
Huh. Interesting. I don't know what to make of that.
I'm glad the book worked out for you.
Didn't do too much damage to you, or whoever you are. Thomas Pitt.
Wait, Thomas Pitt? Brad Pitt? Tom Cruise? I don't know if it's probably just the book name, but I just thought that was kind of funny.
He didn't like the part about Claudia and him on the train.
What the hell?
I saw Claudia in New York coming up the subway.
Claudia?
Someone who looked like her. I saw her walk into a diner. I go inside, I grab a booth. It's not her. She's not there. Chase the ghost, I guess.
Oh, interesting. I mean, maybe it... Who knows in this world what's possible?
It's not her. This one's got a different walk and accent.
Or maybe reincarnated.
My producers want to meet you.
Rashid?
Rashid?
Oh my God.
We all worked together in Dubai, Burj Al Arab, now Haven Med Senior Care Headquarters.
Not cool, Daniel.
Everybody's just a backstabbing bitch in this entire story. Almost every single one of them in one way, shape, or form. At least once. What the? Oh, is the Italian restaurant they went to, or which she was invited to?
See why you gave him a daughter.
See why you took her back.
Forget her, Sammy.
See why you took her back. Was that when he gave her the gift? Yeah. Oh.
We should head home to the tower.
The night is young. We travel so fast we could be there in an hour.
Oh. End them all! Oh! After all the bullshit they put me through, and this is the kind of petty bitch I am, if they put me through half as much shit as they did, it would not be quick. It definitely wouldn't. Oh, does he even, can he even see? What happened to his face? Oh my God. Welcome home. Oh my God.
There were 8 people on the ark. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. At some point in your privileged family tree is the thing we are discussing now. She was dying when she came to see me. Fuck it. It's different for vampires. That's it.
He's just like, I'm done trying to explain it.
This coven in Detroit, they were the ones responsible for the damage to your property. We would like you to take care of our problem in Detroit, Mr. Dulac.
What does that even entail?
Tell Vampire Sam I'm gonna need him in Vegas and Reno next month.
Been tracking him since 1925.
I don't care.
Went by a different name then. His
Oh,
name
it's
was
Bruce. Oh, fuck.
I believe your Claudia spent a few nights with him once.
Oh, how the tables have turned. What the fuck? Dude, how is this show this batshit insane? Pay no mind. You know, just like Lestat said, you know what? It was the 1800s. They're vampires. The rules were different. Fuck it. Let's move on. We're not touching that. What the fuck? He's not wrong. Historically speaking, not wrong. And hell, maybe not even that historical in some parts of the country. But my God, whatever. The petty bullshit between everybody that has been going on, especially since the book came out per the Talamasca, for whatever reason, I think to destabilize things. It's probably why they wanted the book, why they helped Daniel, because they're losing hold as the vampires are exponentially growing, and their small organization can't keep up with it. So they put this out there to kind of like shake the hornet's nest, so to speak. And now we got Bruce in the fucking mix as they're trying to recruit Louis to go do some work for them. They're hiring vampires to pit them against their own. And then there's just the domestic fallout between everything with the book and everything with Lestat's music about their relationship. How Louis doesn't even like how he comes off in the book. Which I don't know. Did Daniel flavor it a different way? Maybe. But he only presumably worked with what he was given, which maybe that's Louis' way of saying, I don't like how I handled the interview or conducted the interview. Because he was lying through some portions of it, whether intentionally or unintentionally, because of his memory issues. And maybe some of that has come back since. But, you know, I mean, just like his revelation or change of heart from the first interview to the second. Maybe time has added a different perspective, or maybe he just regrets it because of what he learned because of Armand, and then what he was hoping to reconnect with Lestat. And then the book and his own voice burned that to the point where he was painting such a detrimental picture of Lestat and flavoring things a different way to paint Lestat a certain way. And then Lestat was like, didn't happen. Nope. Liar. Bullshit. And even if we take Lestat's word at any face value of it all, you know, because before it was all about Lestat wasn't important, didn't matter. And then everything else was shifting the focus around in a very different way for a very different end. I don't know, man. And I love the thing with the band. They all are in on it now because he had a little moment. They got out of hand, out of control, and that's also snowballing. We got his backstory. We got a semblance of it. What his home life was like. His brothers were just like lording over him. He was a stutterer. He was an outcast amongst them own. A little more sensitive, a little more artsy. He gravitated towards his mom in a lot of different ways. And father, everybody just picked on him. You know, he was the runt of the litter, and they made him eat shit. You know, they didn't like anything he was up to, his dreams, his attributions, his talents, all that kind of stuff. And then in the end, you know, when they were just eating fat and hungry and doing nothing, he actually went out and did something about it, just because it was just that shame was rattling down upon the family as a whole, and that by extension, his mother. So he went off, he fought the wolves, he killed them all, almost to the detriment and loss of his own life, but he did it. He did the thing. And then when it came down to it, she came ill and was like, nah, I'm going to make it through the winter. You know, and then from that point onward, I guess he sought out maybe someone who might turn him, or he just happenstancely, coincidentally, that's what I was trying to say, got picked on by Magnus. Like, again, depends on what parts of his story about how he became a vampire are even true. Because with him seemingly needing to become a vampire to save his mother, it would make it a huge coincidence if it just happened on a whim randomly for him to get picked up in time to come back and save her before she died. But them slaughtering her family, like his family, was a lot of fun. Deserved by all accounts that we saw there. Like, Sam Reed's performance is fucking insane. I can't talk any more praise about it. Literally everybody in this show is fucking phenomenal. Also, Daniel dealing with some of the repercussions of being a vampire as well. You know, the Armand thing is very curious. Like, sometimes it'd be like the Rapture. Everybody around me just disappears and I just feel him. And I think that's like when because Armand's older than all of them and he's more powerful than the rest of them too. He's a daywalker where they all aren't at that ability level yet. Even Lestat, or his mom for that matter, from the way they've talked about them so far. But the fact that maybe this is some way he's like zeroing in on him just to remind him of what's going on, or to see where he is. Maybe he's like watching him through his own mental kind of globe sort of thing, and just keeping minor tabs. I mean, he's not probably doing that with anybody else. It's just, I don't know. I'm very interested in what Daniel was describing. Then this whole little, like, apparently she is the one that showed up and saved Lestat when Louis slit his throat and left him for dead. Now she's here yet again to pick up the pieces. And this is the first time she's actually seen his face and knows who he is. Wants to know what he's about. But she also, he's like, last century, I only ever saw you 2 times. So one of those times was that time. I guess the other time would have been after he unburied himself, I think. Or before. I don't know where that would line up in the chronology of things. But my God, their relationship is something. Them going on this hunt together, picking their prey, and then the way that got them riled up. You know what? I said we were going to talk about it. We're just going. God, man. It does inform a lot on a lot of Lestat's, maybe not mannerisms, but like his behaviors, the way he wants to front better than he is, this, that, or the other, the images of himself that he needs to perpetuate because it's to present a version of himself that isn't just little mama's boy. And he also finds himself leaning into people that are very motherly. You know, Louis was the housewife. Armand, very similar thing going on here. He's very much so leaning into that maybe not aesthetic, that's not the right word, but vibe. Oh my God. A lot of things become a little bit more clear the deeper we get into this, especially the home life too, and the way that his home life, I think, is informed upon a lot of his own adult behaviors. You know, the way his brothers treated him, the way his father treated him, the way that his this, that, and the other was shunned, and now he just tries to revel in it, but there's the loss of things becoming a vampire that takes place as well. But like, what a dynamic, ever-shifting, ever-evolving, wild, crazy story, dude. Anyway, we got a lot from Patreon, so let's head over there. We're going to start off with VV. Fun fact, the scene at the strip club, the red-haired woman is actually Clarus, pronounced similar to Clarouche, a fellow reactor from the reaction channel Nerdy Nightly. Her and her partner were laughing about the fact that he was going to probably have to blur her out for YouTube. Oh, that's hilarious. What show that you are currently reacting to would you love to have a cameo in? Dude, like, if it was like a voice cameo, like Hell of a Boss, Has Been Hotel, or any of the Legend of Vox Machina, or maybe not like a physical cameo, but I would totally love to do like a voice cameo in like the Helliverse or in the Exandria world for Critical Role stuff. That would be fucking amazing. That would make me so I would die happy. Or if I somehow wound up, and there's no way this would happen in right, I mean, this is like shooting even higher for like what I would dream of would be in Ryan Coogler's X-Files reboot in some capacity. Like, just as a background person would be more than I would ever expect from it. Next up, we got that's that I'm currently reacting to. Sorry, that was part of your question, but so the first two answers still hold true. Next up, we got Tammy. Not a question, just been interesting tidbits. In the last episode, they actually dropped a couple of clues as Easter eggs to Bruce being the head of the Detroit Coven that are callbacks to Claudia's scenes with him in season 1, episode 5. First, the name of the coven, the Fang Gang. Bruce told Claudia that when he heard Louis' voice calling out to Claudia, he thought with 3 of them, he wondered what it would be like to ride with others and hunt in a pack. Claudia then says, a little gang of vamps, and Bruce replies, little Fang Gang. Oh, yeah, you're right. I still can't believe. I mean, I guess I would have been more shocked if this dude just roamed. I mean, to be fair, Louis allowed this guy to roam free, never even sought him out after everything that happened. Well, fate is a funny thing. Second, Bruce tells Claudia that he was originally from Detroit as a human and got sent by his employer, Henry Ford, to Copenhagen, where he was turned before coming back to the States. And right before the reveal of Bruce's name in the episode, Raglan James also tells Louis that they've been tracking him since he got back from Copenhagen in 1925. Yes. That's where I started to pick up the details of why would he be bringing this to Louis of all people? And then in the Copenhagen thing. And then I was like, oh God, it's so going to be Bruce. And it was. Third, Claudia tells him that he doesn't like to kill, doesn't kill like a Bruce. And he says, you'll kill like a killer. And a few moments later, she says, not the kind book I'd read. Thanks, killer. Baby Jinx, the honey trapping girl in Detroit, was killer, tattooed on the back of her neck. And again in this episode, right before the reveal, they say the Coven leaver goes by Killer. What a sycophantic fuck, man. And lastly, when Lestat is in the bathroom with the 2 Detroit Coven members, Russ says, our own farm under our floorboards. The floorboards. Last time we heard that word was when Claudia told Louis that Bruce kept her under the floorboards. Yes. What the fuck, dude? Next up, we got Kiara. In the second episode, we have the first flashback about Lestat's backstory. As a book reader, it felt a bit fast to me, especially the killing of the wolves in the book is very important and a turning point in Lestat's life. But it doesn't ruin the episode, but my enjoyment of the season so far. How do you feel about the flashback? I do feel like some elements of it did kind of flow by. I kind of wish the episode lingered in his time as a kid a little bit longer. I want to see more of his development through that. I mean, we got like the bits and pieces, I think, that are substantial to get a picture a little bit, but I do feel like more of this episode should have been spent in the past. But I agree, it doesn't ruin the episode, but I would have liked to have seen more of that. Any thoughts on what could bring Lestat back to become a vampire? I mean, needing to save his mom, I think, seems to be the main driving factor for him becoming a vampire. But that, again, goes against the version of his story that he told Louis about Magnus and trying to pick out people that are perfect based off of a particular image that he's seeking. Because then it would be hard to... How would you even plan that? I don't know. Also, what are your thoughts about the Talamasca storyline? I'm loving Raglan James so far. I like his personality. I love his cheekiness. I love how nonchalant he is about all of this stuff and the way that he's, you know, Daniel's just kind of his little puppet. But I just want to know a lot more about them. And I guess I'd probably learn more if I watched the other show, but I just do not have the capacity for that at the moment. But I just feel like in this, they desperately should expand on that quite a bit more than they have so far. Next up, we got Nicole T. Now that we've gotten a bit more context in Lestat's upbringing and his mother and their relationship versus their larger family dynamic, what are some things or areas in Lestat's dynamic with Louis do you feel may either mirror that or doesn't? I found Gabriella's curiosity and a bit of jealousy towards Louis interesting as well. Thoughts on that? I think mothers in particular, at least in my experience, are very protective of their boys, and sometimes to an unnecessary degree. And they're always protective of the children, but like I've always seen, like in stories and in some cases my own personal experience, they get a little too overprotective, so much so that it becomes combative with anybody else marching in on the territory, so to speak. It kind of gets that little vibe. Now that adds an extra layer of it in the way that they have this relationship, because now it's not just a mother-son thing, but you have this lover situation as well that has entered the mix also. And not in the way that they're like in a relationship, but they do cavort. And I think that adds an extra layer of, unfortunately, that territory mix, because the mama bird's always going to protect the nest. But then this is a whole different thing because it's both the nest and the bed. It like escalates that part of her brain where she's like, that's my boy, but also that's my boy, you know, like, and it's just, so yeah. Plus, on top of that, he left him for dead, slit his throat. So there's a lot of that as well. But she wants to know who took her boy away, who captured his heart. But I think I mentioned it a little bit when I was talking about my own breakdown of everything, was just this talk of like, you know, how Lestat was looking for his mother in his lovers, in the way that he chose Louis and Armand, in the way that they were nurturing, they were caring, they were family people, they were unit people in one way, shape, or form. And I think he found that in them. And I think also subsequently, in maybe some ways unintentionally or not, maybe reflected elements of his father throughout all of that as well. Next up, we got Nico. Hello from Krakow, Poland. Question from me: how do you think Lestat's childhood, what we saw from it in this episode, influenced Lestat's current behavior and personality? I touched on that a little bit. I think a lot of it definitely did. Most of it, especially the way that his father treated him, his brothers, this need to be superior, this need to be better, this need to be front center stage in the way, because he was just shunned at the end of the table, shunned at the end of this. Nobody appreciated him. Nobody talked to him enough than nothing but his mom. So he has to shine bright, be the center of attention, be the star almost. So he's dancing on their graves or in rebellion to them in a way. And I think that's a lot of that as well. Also some book trivia. Lestat was 20 when the wolves incident happened. And by that time he was already hunting for his family to provide food. Lestat's rock star career in the books was mid 1880s or 1980s. Louis is just 8 years younger as a human than Lestat, and Lestat was a vampire for barely a year, but for barely over a decade when he made Louis a vampire. Armand became a vampire when he was 17, which makes me wonder how he'd treat TV show Claudia, who was aged up to 14. What if it was a little bit different if their ages were closer? That is a good question. Or reverse, if he would have treated her any differently if she was the book age or not. Those are very good questions. But thank you for the fun facts. Next up, we got Claire Punk. How do you feel about the flashbacks of this episode regarding the pacing? As a book reader, they felt a little fast to me. Well, that's seconded by Kiara down here. I also kind of agree. I also very much so kind of agree. But I'm curious how it feels going fresh in the TV show and how the flashbacks we've gotten so far swayed or informed your opinions of the characters. I feel like the Gabriella Lestat relationship explains so much of Lestat's character, and I can't wait to see how they continue to develop it. I very much so agree. It does shine a heavy light on everything else that I think we've seen in the past, the way he acts, both in his relationships and outside of it. But also, I do agree. I do think, even as like coming in this fresh eyes, I did feel like, okay, wow, we spent very little time in that period. I would have liked to have spent a lot more time seeing a little bit more of that home life, a little bit more of the time up until the wolves, a little bit more about the wolves and after it. I just do feel like that we did kind of brush over that pretty quickly. And I'm wondering if maybe that's just because they're like, oh, it's on TV. This is already a very taboo topic we're dealing with. Maybe they just wanted to really just kind of like past some of that. Not that they're not shying away from it at all with them in the present day, because it's not like we forget about that element of it while they're there. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a time thing. Next up, we got Roof. What do you make of Armand and Daniel's fledgling connection? Eric does a brilliant job of acting out such complicated emotions during that scene. What do you think those emotions may be and where they may have stemmed from? That's a hard one, man, because I feel like I don't really know enough about what their dynamic is. And Daniel and his relationships are quite a complicated read right now. I think he's very conflicted. He's always kind of been conflicted between his draws towards Louis for his other little gallivanting adventures versus, the stuff with his ex-wife and his kids and this kind of stuff. He's always been a man of two worlds. And I think this connection to him and this Armand having this almost omnipresent ability to just kind of like hijack him of sorts is another thing that just kind of like makes him feel a little bit adrift or in control, but maybe even somewhat comforted. I'm not sure. I really don't know how to answer that right now. Then lastly, we have Kira Ra. The song in French that Lestat's singing at the end of is a poem of Baudelaire's. It's called The Fountain of Blood. Here's an excerpt. Sometimes it seems that my blood flows as free as a fountain that cries with its rhythmic sobs. So clearly I hear the flooding's long hum, yet vainly I search to discover no wound. All over the city, the closed field, it pours, turning the cobbles to islands of stone, quenching the thirst of every soul with nature flushed red wherever it goes. Now, for you, the question is, do you think the glimpses we've seen of Louis and Lestat's lives pre-vampirism parallel each other? And how does Gabriella's relationship with Lestat inform some of his behavior in previous seasons? I kind of talked about the last question. As far as like the glimpses we've seen of Louis and Lestat's pre-vampirism lives, they Louis was kind of, what was he? He was forced in that position because of the choices his father made, or like not really the choices his father made, but the finances that they were left in as a result of their father's passing, I think, if I remember right. So both of them were put in this situation to fend for themselves, to take care of their family, to put themselves, almost sacrifice themselves for their family. It's not like a clear one-to-one parallel at all, but there is a familial element of it that played its roots. Him for his mother, and him for his mother, but also mostly his sister and his brother, his siblings. It was almost the flip of this, because he couldn't give a damn about his siblings or his father. And it's kind of a little bit, I'd say maybe the opposites. I'm not sure. But I'm sure we're going to get way more to chew on as we get deeper into this and maybe uncover a little bit more of the truths behind Lestat. Yeah, man. Fucking insane first 2 episodes. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I'm going to leave it there and pass it off to you. What'd you guys think? How did you feel? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out Lily Chen Sun, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Berg, Calvin Riley, CP Bass, Theodore Wolf, Thailand, Denise Mauricio, and The Honk. Thank you guys so much for becoming savers in the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that we take care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. And as always, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons always do so much of what we do over here. Without you guys, we would not be able to keep up with all this content, get with the editing, get to help me with the copyright strikes and claims and all that jazz. So we can keep bringing this stuff to you guys here on YouTube as much as we can, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. But that's just for you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.